asked me that uh, the peace talk between Ukraine and Russia was held in a place in USA. What was that place? I
Hmm.
didn't know the answer.
That is fine. See, you cannot know everything, huh? And they don't expect you to know all these things also. Means 100% they don't expect you. Okay. You
Okay.
are not Google or Chat GPT or encyclopedia, na? So they are. In what context was this question asked?
Like, uh, what was that? They started with that, what was your specialization? So I said finance. Then they went that, do you follow the stock market? But I don't follow that much. So
Hmm.
they asked me that, you are a finance honor student. How can you not follow the stock market?
Hmm.
Then they went to geopolitics and the budget.
On their own.
Yeah.
Hmm. So no need to worry on that count. Maybe they read the newspaper that day and it just stuck his mind, so he asked you that question.
Okay. And about the stock market, I don't really follow the stock market much. So, like, where can I, how do I answer the, important
No,
questions?
it is not necessary that every student who is a finance student will follow the stock market. So you can generally keep abreast of what is happening in the stock market in the headlines only. Nothing more is required.
Okay.
They will say all these things to unsettle you, but that doesn't mean you'll get unsettled.
They also asked me about my research project, which was on uh, impact of financial leverage on firm value, a select study of firms in India.
Hmm.
So I had a gist about like I use stock debt equity ratio and stock price of companies to find the regression analysis and all. I explained everything, but then they also asked me about like intricacies, certain intricacies which I didn't even hear any day.
See, basically, what happens, what I have found usually, like yesterday, one other student was saying that she had done a study at a bank on solar power and all that. Okay. So,
Hmm.
my first question was that which are the biggest companies in solar power in India? And she didn't have an answer. Okay.
Okay.
So, what I am trying to say, and this is, I mean, this was from a very good institute. Huh? So,
Okay.
what I'm trying to say is at undergraduate level, the thesis and the research work and all, they are given very big names, but they don't follow that much rigor. So, what
Correct.
happens is students are not guided that well also by the faculty, and they really
Yeah.
don't know the intricacies. The other thing is that what finance you're studying at undergrad level in a BBA or a BCom. In our times, 30 years ago, in BCom also we used to do a lot of rigorous finance, okay? But that rigor is missing now after this semester system has come in and all that, okay? So
Okay.
what they are expecting when you use these big terms is that you will know in depth, but that is not possible at the undergraduate level. So that's why you have this issue. But the thing is that since that's not part of your syllabus or curriculum, you will not be knowing it. So that's also okay. You cannot be knowing in depth about finance. Otherwise, why will you need an MBA? Or why will you go for a CA? If you can learn all those things at BBA or BCom level, then there's no need for you to do MBA or CA, na?
Mm.
So
Like
don't
I
worry.
could answer the basic questions on my research paper. I even explained them how I did and everything. But I didn't know many terms because, like as you said, our faculty didn't help us much.
So terms like what?
Whatever
Can
I found it on my own.
can you remember any of these terms?
Like
But in the interviews, you have never mentioned about this research project. Where did it come up from suddenly?
they asked me that what internships did you do?
Hmm.
So like I said about the work experience at my family business. They said that it's not even 1 year, so they didn't consider it much. They asked me one or two questions on that. Then I said I did an internship in a CA firm for 1 month, and then I had two research projects in my curriculum.
Hmm.
So that's they started from there.
So what was the project you're talking about?
This was like research project on impact of financial leverage on firm value.
So you used only debt equity ratio and share price.
Yes, and
So
I
what did
use
you?
linear regression analysis, simple linear regression.
But simple linear regression presupposes na, that there is a relationship. What was the correlation coefficient you got? Hello?
Like from the yes, sir. So from the Excel, I found out the regression from MS Excel. So there they didn't give me coefficient for each. Like I got the relationship for different companies, different relationships for different companies. It was more or less than one. Like ultimately, it was concluded that financial leverage does not have a significant impact.
No, see, the correlation coefficient varies between -1 and +1, na?
Yes.
Zero means there's no correlation. Near to zero
It
also,
wasn't zero. It was like uh, 0.02 or 0.45, something like this.
see 0.02 means no correlation, 0.45 means positive and decent correlation. Okay. One would be very high positive correlation and -1 would be very high negative correlation, right?
Uh,
So 0.45 is somewhere in between. It's a positive correlation, but not very strong, right? So you did it
uh.
across companies and sectors, or for different companies, you how did you calculate it?
Like I took 7 sectors, and for each sector, I took about 10 companies.
Hmm.
Uh, like sector wise, I did the regression analysis.
So for different sectors, you would have got different correlation coefficient, right?
Yes.
So which are these sectors?
FMCG, healthcare, real estate. Um,
And do you remember what were the correlation that you are getting here?
I don't remember exactly, but like I remember the textile industry was the highest, which was about 0.67, I guess.
Hmm. So what you need to do is you go through the report very carefully. You also
Mm.
check whether this is because in so many years this is the first time I'm hearing that debt equity ratio versus share price. Okay, and there are a lot of
And was this
variables. So,
wrong?
huh?
Was this wrong?
I won't say it is wrong, but I haven't heard of a correlation study between debt equity ratio and share price specifically because there are a lot of factors on in share price and they are basically the profitability, number of shares and all that. है ना? Reporting.
Yes, but there are also many studies on this. Like while doing the research, I found that, but there wasn't any study uh like targeting many sectors. Each study was either targeting international companies or only one sector,
Mm.
maybe.
Let me check that once, then I will message you. But if you're going to say this, then you have to do little bit more in-depth study. What are the terms they asked you about which you didn't know?
I don't remember exactly. but something about beta and uh,
Something about?
beta, I think,
Hmm.
and another was I think why do we take the coefficient of variable factor? Is it? Something like this.
Let me check it once and you also go through this topic. And if you want to mention it, then research it a little bit. Okay. See, the basic thing I'm
Okay.
trying to tell you is that at your level, the research that whatever you do, even in very good institutes, they are not properly guided researches. So, you may end up doing some work which you feel is great and which sounds very academic, but actually the work done is not that in depth. So that's why they
Mm.
just sort of, try to tell you that you haven't done much and all that. But these will not be a make or break kind of deals. That much I can tell you. Okay.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
What else?
That's it. More or less, there were common questions only.
Hmm. So if you can remember any other thing which is worrying you or which you find there is a lack in your interview, then you call me directly. Okay.
Okay.
Chalo. Okay.
Okay. Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye. Bye.